Welcome back, everyone. This is The Magic Life, and I am Nina Diedrich, the Magic Mom. This is our 5th episode, I believe, in our Late Night Live series, and we are asking the question today, has your faith led to any miracles in your life? And if you're saying no right now, chances are you've missed them. And we're going to point out some places you could possibly look. We are going to pull a quick focus card out of the Sacred Path cards by Linda Childers. I have those right here. And we'll get to that in a minute. But first, I really want to ask the question, how has a miracle popped up in your life because of faith? And it's really easy to sometimes pick out those little things. Hi, Taylor. You are a huge miracle in my life. I'm grateful for you every day. But how have those little things that you had faith about actually turned out to come true down the road in seemingly impossible ways? I know for me, there's been quite a few of them just since I've been on this channel, honestly. Let's see. So 2018, what's all happened since 2018? We lost our house, and I thought it was a huge, huge issue. And turns out 6 months later, we were offered an opportunity to move cross country and be closer to my oldest daughter and grandbaby. That was a pretty miraculous happening, let me tell you. And then this last December, we've wanted to buy off-grid property for me forever. Since I was little, I've always wanted to have my own farm and live like the pioneers did, just because, I don't know, I'm kind of a weirdly old traditionalist in this 40-year-old body. And then this last December, my husband was mailed some paperwork about an old 401k that we didn't have a place to roll over. And so we cashed it out, and it just happened to be exactly enough for us to put a down payment on 15 acres of off-grid property in Missouri. That was a pretty freaking huge miracle. Yeah, your hubby surviving cancer is a gigantic miracle, Bridget. And hello, Taylor's neighbor. It's nice to, meet you through the YouTubes. And I'm grateful to anybody who's been a blessing to my friend Taylor. She deserves all the blessings in the world. So all of those things that we kind of lump into miraculous happenings are actually occurring because that's where we're focusing our faith. And our faith is just our vibration into, what it is we're drawing to us, right? Remember, our vibration is our magnet, so to speak. So wherever you're emotionally and physically vibrating at is going to be what you're drawing more and more to yourself. So if you wake up in the morning and say, I don't know, your alarm didn't go off and you woke up late and you had just enough time to get to work, and instead of focusing on the fact that you actually had enough time to get to work if you kept in the game, instead you pissed and moaned about it and spilled your coffee on yourself and had to change your pants at the last minute, lost your keys, couldn't find your cell phone, and then your car wouldn't start, because you were focusing on the fact that, well, damn it, your alarm didn't go off and now you're going to be late for work, Nice. May he have 70 more years, Bridget. And, that is a huge um, undertaking, though, too, as well. That takes a lot of faith to keep yourself in the state of knowing that, everything's going to be okay because everything's always working out for you, right? All your wants and needs are met above and beyond your greatest expectation, always and always. And when we're going through stuff, it's really hard to kind of grasp that because we can't always see the other side. You had say you have a terrible breakup, and at the time you can't see how you're going to get through it. And, you're going to be alone forever and become that, crazy cat person or whatever. And lo and behold, a year farther along in your timeline, you meet the love of your existence and live happily ever after, just like, in all the fairy tales. But you can't see that when you're going through the thing. And that's why our faith is so freaking important right now, because we're kind of in another one of those little spots where we know everything's got to change, but we don't know how. And that makes it kind of freaky scary. And it's really hard to, see the forest for that one flaming tree, So let's pull out our focus card. And I even have my super old book. So we're actually since we're only going to pull one card, I'm actually going to read the whole excerpt out of the book, which is something I don't normally do because I usually cut this way down because this deck has a lot of really wordy wordage. All right. Oh my goodness. That's half the deck. What message do you have for us about faith? What is our focus? Oh, there it is right there. Okay. I have not looked at it yet. We'll look at it together. So what is our focus? Ooh, a good one. 42. This is the Hour of Power card, right? A ritual of joy. In essence, our faith and something we do to center us back into that vibration of knowing that we're safe, loved, protected, and ultimately prosperous, no matter how scary it looks right now, right? Okay, so let's find the 42 card in here. Oh, I turned to 44. There it is. Okay. So these all have a little poem type thing to them, and then they have a teaching that is based in Native American culture. And then it has the application of the card at the end, which is ultimately what the meaning behind it is. These are all pretty epic. So I'm going to hold up, move my cup. I'm going to hold up the card while I'm reading. Okay. So there's the Hour of Power card. Hopefully you guys can see that. And it says, "O sacred hour that reconnects my spirit with the whole. Mother Earth will fill me up through my heart and soul. I will sing my spirit song. I will be at one. I will share my energy like earth, moon, and sun." Right? It says right there. I love that. Okay, and then the teaching behind this card says, all human beings have their own internal timing. Some are very quick to accomplish a daily task, while others are more methodical. Some people have a slow metabolic rate, and others have food seemingly run through their bodies. The thought processes of some are lightning quick, and others are graced with the patience of examination. These examples of personal timings are some of the things that make us unique and different from one another. So it is that, so it is that each person also has an hour of power during a day's cycle. Every person feels more connection with a certain time of day or evening. And for some, it may be just before sunrise when the world is still quiet and the fading darkness is about to greet grandfather's son. For others, it may be at 3 or 4 a.m. when the stirrings of life are totally quiet and entering the silence is easier. For some, it may be high noon when grandfather's sun is at his peak and is flooding his love and warmth on all creation. For others, it may be sunset, the day's transition into starry wonder. For all people, their special time of day or evening is their hour of power. And once again, we need to look at the significance of power. When you feel powerful, you might feel happy, courageous, bold, ready to meet life, full of vitality, able to use your talents, and connected to all life forms. And or you might feel balanced in who and what you are. These are all aspects of wholeness. The power that lives as truth is no more than our acknowledgement and proper use of all aspects of ourselves. If you want to find your hour of power, notice when you feel at your best and when you feel at your weakest. The times are usually exactly opposite by 12 hours. These are your internal cycles. For instance, those that feel best at 3 a.m. are usually getting a dip in energy at 3 p.m. If you've never been up at 3 a.m., you may not have noticed how you feel at this hour. But we all have that internal timepiece that sends us a splash of energy and vigor when we connect to the earth at the peak hour of our personal cycle. When we're out of touch with our bodies or the Mother Earth from which they were made, we lose our sense of timing. Without that internal timing, we tend to lose our balance. I was taught the value of this internal cycle when I lived in Mexico. Joaquin was a master at teaching me how to touch that place that made me feel as if I was connected and electrified. And one day he made me sit in the shade of a tree and be still for 12 hours. Joaquin was aware that my hour of power had to be near the evening since I had had my vision quest opening at midnight. So I began sitting at 2 in the afternoon. I had to notice the pulse of my body and how it harmonized with Mother Earth's heartbeat. And at the time, I was unaware that our planet had a pulse. After an hour or so, I could feel the pulses and surges of energy coming from the Earth and how they entered my body or bounced off. Just before sunset, the hills of San Luis transformed into the undulating sensuality of long shadows of lilac light highlighted with apricot and gold. Mother Earth's breathing female form was shown to me in the hills and mountains beyond. It was almost as if she was stretching and gently disengaging herself from the activities of the day. Then I felt the entry point of my hour of power as early evening donned a serene coat of pastel colors and the world stood still. It was as if the day was passing the baton to evening and the energy of the pulses of Earth totally changed. My energy started to pick up and I could feel the life force within me come into alignment with Mother Earth's pulses. The flowers blew in the gentle breeze born of total silence, and in the stillness of the moment, day gave way to evening. The blue-violet blossoms matched the high heavens as my eyes traveled closer to the horizon, which sported the last rays of grandfather's light. I could feel that dying light inside my middle as it gave birth to a new kind of earth pulse. The new pulse was not as direct as the day pulse, but was strong, while more feminine and sensual. My body was magnetizing the colors of sunset and was fueled and electrified with a new energizing force. The empowerment of my internal timing and the energizing of my body was enough to let me know that this was my hour of power. I felt the buildup of energy as if my body was making ready for some great adventure. I'd always known that I did my most creative work at night, and now I fully understood why. It's most important to be silent and to feel that hour of power in each day as it feeds and nourishes the body, heart, mind, and spirit. It is the zero rest balance point, akin to the pause in between the in-breath and the out-breath of the body. The place that is perfectly neutral just before the birth of a new phase of creation. Our spirits come from the wind, which is also our breath. The spirit pauses when our internal timing is shifting gears, and then the spirit fills the body with total joy and exuberance. The hour of power is a ritual of joy. It is the time of day when each individual is filled with the essence of aliveness and pure connection to all creation. And at this time is unique with each person. It's a solitary time that invokes a sustaining flow of aliveness that will feed the person with great mysteries, pure mana, or life force. The joy that fills you in this time period can be a medicine you may call on at any other time of day when there is need. To call on the medicine of the hour of power, you need only to close your eyes and breathe in the pulses of Mother Earth's heartbeat and recreate the joy through remembrance. Remember how it felt during your hour of power and firmly plant your feet on Mother Earth as you breathe in the joy. Feel it coming up the soles of your feet from Mother Earth's molten heart center. This earth connection is pure sustenance and will allow you to ride out any storm. Due to the lack of earth connection in the modern urban world, many have disconnected from their personal rhythms. The hour of power has no connection to your birth time. It is your internal rhythm. The changing of body structure caused by surgery, trauma, shock, etc. can change the internal timing as a result of the interrupted connection to the heartbeat of the Mother Earth. If a person were to stay connected to the earth and allow the body to be healed through earth connection, there would not be any change in the internal timing. And when there has been a growth period, change in consciousness or healing, the hour of power may also change. We're constantly evolving, and our internal timing will also regulate to the new growth. Then, the body's original hour of power can take on a new rhythm or different timing due to its new state of health. The application for this card says, the hour of power speaks of rituals of joy. And no matter what your present situation, you're being asked to do what gives your heart the greatest joy. So drop any activity that's taxing and focus on connecting to the earth and being fed with the energy that you need to maintain happiness. This card signals the zero rest balance point that will keep you from becoming out of harmony if you realign to your body, mind, and spirit by doing something that gives you joy. This little happiness break is what will keep you from breaking apart if you're stressed out. Life force is available to you in this moment, so be reminded not to leak this precious mana on regret or indecision. The keynote here is celebrating life. Find the blessings that give you joy. Discover your hour of power and feed the talents that allow you to develop your greatest potential. I like it. So that's a good one. So finding our ritual of joy. How does that tie into our faith? Well, maybe just possibly your hour of power is the time you choose to do your meditation or Bible study or whatever it is that you do to feel connected. Sun gazing. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. It's individual to each individual. Kind of like your hour of power. So what point of the day do you feel the most powerful in yourself? For me, it's probably the time I choose to do this video, usually between 10 and 11 p.m. Because I weirdly, if I get up super early, feel like I need to take a nap around 11 a.m. too. So it makes sense, right? Think about when yours are, and then how you can use that time to be at your most mindful of what it is that you're calling into yourself, because that is going to be the point in time where your vibration is high enough that you're really going to be pulling in the magnetism. So I think that's going to be our sole action for this episode as well. Finding that point in your day where you are the most energized, the most creative, the happiest. And it's not necessarily every day because, not every day is the same, but there is a point in your day where you always seem to get what you need done plus, right? Or the thoughts seem to flow the best. It could be the point in time where you feel the most grateful about your day. Or it could also be to the time that you really chose. I know it says in the thing it's not necessarily your birth time, but I have found that for a lot of people, the opposite of their birth time does seem to be the time where they feel the most energized. I know for me, it's not quite, I'm like about 2 hours off. I think I was born at 12:41 p.m. in the afternoon or whatever, but right? That is weird. But are you a morning person by choice or because you have to be too is also, the thing. I'm not a super morning person, but I know if I get up earlier, I am more productive. So I usually try to make myself, but it's not something I would choose if I had to. I would actually probably sleep till around 10 or 11 and then get up. All right. I think we're going to I'm going to pull one more path card and we'll just read the application for it, not the entire thing. Just because I feel like it needs an accompaniment. That is true. You have always kind of been the one that wants to go to bed all night and sleep all day, which is probably where my kids get it from. I have only myself to blame for their nocturnal habits. All right. Ooh, okay. So this kind of goes with our action and focus cards that we pulled from the other day. The Hour Power and the War Bonnet card came out, and this is about advancing. Which I guess in a way, our Hour of Power is really advancing our vibration to a point where we're really sending out the signals too. So that makes sense. So let's get to that card. I'll find the... application from this one. Okay, here it is. And its message to us tonight says, if the War Bonnet has appeared in your cards today, it's time to advance. So don't waste energy on going backward or staying in the doldrums. You're now able to move to the next step on the sacred path. Like a war-bonneted chief, you have earned the right to learn the next set of life's mysteries. So take your medicine bundle and all of the strengths it represents and charge forward. The advance can be on any level. Your spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional healings are understood through life's experiences. You can now approach your destiny with every feather you have earned, marking your past victories, and see the destiny you have chosen emerging before you. Because your medicine is strong and will allow the advancement you need at this time. Because your medicine is strong. Find your hour of power. And If nothing else, use it to write down all the things that you're grateful for and watch those build up day by day and try to remind yourself of that feeling, that the knowledge of that abundance that you have is so epic. The universe has no choice but to, well, add to its epicness. And each day you'll find something new to be miraculously in awe of. Even if it's just, hey, I didn't hit one red light today. It really can be that small. But remind yourself of that abundance every day, And sometimes it's just you're really stressed about money and, well, you start finding pennies everywhere. It's reminding you that you already have everything that you need. You just have to have the faith that it's coming, and it may not be wrapped in the package that you thought it would be. So don't miss it and give it away to someone else when it shows up. Then the universe thinks that you don't want it, and you start getting shit sandwiches again. So, my friends, I'm trying to decide if I want to pull doors cards or not. What do you guys think? Should we pull 1 through 5 in the Divine Doors cards, or should we just call it a night? I'm kind of on the fence right now, so input, please. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments on here. Nope. All right. All right, doors it is. Oh my goodness. Keep running over my skirt with my chair. It's driving me batty. All right, everybody choose 1 through 5 while I sit here and shuffle this deck. Oh, we got a jumper already for number 1. I'm not going to look at it, though. Okay. Two, 3, 4. Pardon me, I'm getting the hiccups. And 5. All right. These are by Andresh and Gracia, in case you want to pick them up for yourself. They're really cool, little mini deck. Comes in a little magnetized box. All right, 4. 4 it is. Okay, so we have number 1. If you chose number 1, here is your door, and it is titled Patience. It says everything soon will come to light, and then you'll see things will be all right. I like that. So a little secret coming out for those that chose number 1. Here is the door again. All right, got it. Shelley picked number 2. Number 2 is a pretty awesome door. So patience, number 1s, is your code word. The number 2 door is this one, which is one of my favorites. It is titled Nomad. It says, the nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. Do what you do, number 2s. And the card again. Beautiful. All right, number 3s. You get the destruction door. This is actually titled Walkabout, but to me it's like the Tower card a little bit. And it says, you discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. Ooh, I like that. I don't think we've ever pulled that card before. So there you go, number 3s. Number 4, here's your door. And it is the Trust the Universe card. So remember, number 4s, intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours, but the universe at play. Have faith and breathe. Number 4. Weren't we talking about having faith and waiting for that miracle to show up? Just saying. Oh, I forgot you picked 4. That's right. Yeah, that's true, Taylor. All right, number 5s. The Portal of Whiteness. Actually, this one's titled A Moment's Joy, which is about tapping your hour of power, isn't it? It says, sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. Number 5s. Find your hour of power and take your moment of joy. It's the light at the end of the tunnel for all of us. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. Hour of power and the war bonnet. It's like that Maya Angelou quote, your crown's been bought and paid for, so put it on your freaking head and wear it. We're kind of getting a little bit of a call out from the universe right now. And, well, Yahweh has spoken. Or God, or whatever you choose to call the source of all that is, and all that was, and ever will be. So ultimately, our message is the same. Be joyful. Be the love that you came here to be. And let other people love you too. Don't think it always has to be the other way around. Because you are safe, loved, and protected, and ultimately prosperous as well. So remember, everything is always working out for you, and all your wants and needs are met above and beyond your greatest expectation. Always, in all ways. And until next time, may favor follow you wherever you go, as does my love. Be good. Be good to yourselves, and be good to each other. We're saving the world every day, one soul at a time, starting with our own. Because you can't help someone else if you can't even help yourself. Right? Right. I love you too, Tay, and I miss you a ton. I wish it wasn't crap. What are we, like 2,000 miles apart now? Thank goodness for technology. It is my number one gratitude right now on my list, just because everybody is so spread apart and there's so much separation. It's good to be able to have somewhere where we can all get together and, you know, share the love, right? So thank you, as always, Magic Tribe, for showing up for yourself, if nothing else. And thanks for being a part of our little magic family here. I can't wait to show you the next video for the property. I hope we can get back up there soon. We have some big plans. We're going to start clearing some of the land and getting the multitude of wood chopped up that's just laying on the ground up there going to waste. So watch out for those videos. Hopefully it will be sooner than later. As of right now, it looks like probably won't be until August-ish. Although I'm still hoping to be able to get up there sooner, but we'll see. It is what it is in magic timing, right? Bye, everybody. Remember, be good, and I love you. See you soon. Probably Sunday. Bye now.